I'm Finn. I am kind of traditional leather worker based in Scotland. Calling it a business or a company seems a bit silly, but I've run Lonely Larch Leatherwork and I make various things out of leatherwork. I've started teaching workshops this year and I've taught a few of them and really enjoyed it, and I do the occasional kind of craft fair or gallery exhibition type thing with my leatherworking. I have taught 2 workshops so far, or the content of 2 workshops. I've taught like 4 or 5 so far, and they have been on belt making and on notebook covers. So little notebooks like this. So we'll take it from a blank piece of leather to a finished dyed piece, and everybody gets to tool a design of their choice, and it's quite fun. It's nice. So I originally started very basic leatherworking as part of a bushcraft group when I was younger. This was one of a few different things that I did as learning because I was home educated, so I never went to school. And in that bushcraft group, I made a small tinder pouch in the very first day there, and I must have been about 9. Continuing doing that for a few years, kind of monthly, I kept on building up skills in this kind of lighter, softer, tannery style leatherwork. Much more treating it like fabric than a hard leather bag or something. I did that for a few years, then I dropped it for a while. I didn't do as much, and then maybe 3 years ago, I did one more course with someone else, and that kind of jumped me up into fine leatherworking. And since then, I've just been having a go and reading things and kind of self-teaching, and just having a go at making different things, saying, a satchel, I can make that, let's try. One of the things that I first kind of wanted to make, coming in from the bushcraft side of things, was knife sheaths. Inside these, there's a little ring of leather, and that's turned so that the skin side is facing the handle of the knife, and that makes it really grippy. So if I just push that in and give it a little tap, it holds really solid. I make varying sizes of leather tray. This is my largest one I've ever made. I would treat it as a dice tray personally and use it for dice, but honestly, leather trays, a lot of people use them for lots of things. And this kind of goes with it, little dice pouch. I added a strip of harder veg tan leather, and it gives it a real nice shape, and it's in the hand really nicely. Yeah, the name Lonely Larch Leatherwork, it actually comes from a tree near our house, which I always liked. And it is a singular larch tree that sits on one of the hills. It kind of looks lonely, but in a happy, kind of peaceful way to me. So when I had to come up with a name, I ended up going with Lonely Larch Leatherwork because I really liked it, and I don't know, the tree just looks so perfect. And then I had my maker's mark, which an artist that I know drew up for me. I made them a tray, and we had a nice kind of Skillshare exchange type thing. So they drew up my maker's mark for me from a picture of the tree on the hill. I always liked larch trees, how they are the only coniferous tree that actually drops its needles in winter. It's kind of like they can't quite decide what they want to be, and it's nice. They're always kind of lumpy and fun.